What is going on, beautiful people? My name is BetSam. We are heading back to the UFC Apex. We are taking Josh Emmett and Lerone Murphy with us. This is going to be the betting guide for that event. And if you want to see my official premium picks and plays, check out the link in the description. It is only $10 to sign up to We Want Picks Premium. Make sure to use my code BetSam for 10% off. Let's break into this. For the parlay pieces, we're starting off with Brad Tavares. He is the most value parlay piece that I can see. These odds are all at the time of recording. So Brad Tavares, 1.5 times, a minus 200 favorite for my American homies out there. I think he goes out there. Gerald Meerschaert, striking looked terrible in his last outing. I think that his grappling looks good, but his takedown entries look bad. So if he can't get a takedown here against Brad Tavares, it's going to be one-way traffic. I see the Hawaiian going out there, getting it done. The veteran from Extreme Couture getting his hand raised against another veteran in Gerald Meerschaert. Then for the parlay piece number 2, we're going with Lerone Murphy in the main event. Listen, I'm not just going to say Josh Emmett is old. I think Josh Emmett just isn't the better fighter. And that's it, plain and simple. And he's old. So Lerone Murphy here, 1.3 times. Some people are calling it steep. I think it's a great price. I think Lerone Murphy is going to go out there, put on a showcase, and I expect them to probably find a stoppage late, to be honest. Step in with a big knee, land some boxing combinations, take him down, beat on him. Give me Lerone Murphy to win that fight easily. Then we have Deone Barbosa. She's the 10-1 favorite. Listen, is there value on here? I want to say no, but the reality is I also think she kind of cooks her opponent. So yes, if it's going to hit, then there's value because it adds to your parlays. So she is a potential parlay piece if you're looking to gas that number up a little bit more. Obviously, we all know the more legs you add, the more likely it is to fail. However, I do see Deone Barbosa getting a hand raised. Then we have Loma Lookboonmee at 1.14 times your money. This is another spot where I think there's a bit of a setup here. Easy matchup here for Loma Lookboonmee. Should go out here, has multiple paths to victory. Her opponent, terrible, just across the board. So give me a Loma Lookboonmee. I think she gets the takedowns here. Probably wins this fight by submission. Then we have Cortavius Romeus as an underdog opportunity. Our first underdog opportunity, I should say. I think this is a great bounce back spot here, and I think that his opponent, Gaston Bolanos, is being a little bit disrespected. I think he can get the takedowns here, pick up a couple of takedowns, rack up some control time, and win the fight. It's that simple. I think he can do it. I think he's a bit of a specimen, an athlete, and now that those first fight jitters are out the way, I think we can see him put his foot on the gas here and just be the better man out there. Then we got Pedro Falcao. I think Pedro Falcao is younger. He's going to have better control time on the mat. As long as he can get a couple of takedowns here, I think he can cruise his way to a decision. I think he can rack up the control time, be a little bit more dangerous with the striking, not necessarily land the volume, but land the more impactful shots. So give me Pedro Falcao here to win at almost 3 times your money. Easy breezy. Last underdog opportunity is none other than Rhys McKee. He's our official underdog opportunity. Go out there, withstand some of the damage that Daniel Frinza can put out, and then, wear on his opponent there, start to take over in rounds 2 and 3. I'd like to see Rhys McKee notch his first W inside the UFC there and keep his contract, man. That's the more important thing for Rhys McKee here. Is he's fighting for his right to live inside the UFC. It's his financial well-being depends on it. So go out there, get the W, Rhys. For our long shot life changers, the first one's going to be Daniel Santos to win in round 1. We know what his gym does. They come out here like an absolute, freaking fire out the gate there. I think Daniel Santos can do it here against Davy Grant. I know that Davy Grant's a bit of a veteran savvy guy. I think that's more as the fight settles in though. So Daniel Santos coming off of a long layoff here. There's going to be that adrenaline dump early. Maybe it works out. Maybe it doesn't. But at 5.5 times your money, I'm willing to throw a gamble here. Then we have Louis Garul by submission. I think Louis Garul submits Ode Osbourne. That's my official prediction. Ode Osbourne has a tendency of getting submitted, and Louis Garul is a complete mixed martial artist here, so I could see him just exploiting the weakness of Ode Osbourne, and at 7.5 times your money, I see a lot of value on that line, man. I really do. Then we have Loma Lookboonmee by submission, 4.35 times your money, plus 335. And listen, guys, I really think that this is another spot here where, Loma Lookboonmee has won by submission inside the UFC against Elise Reed. She's now taking on lesser competition who gets finished in her losses. Loma Lookboonmee by submission here. The price makes sense to me. It really does. So Loma Lookboonmee by submission, sneaky good play there. Now this one's a peek behind the curtain. We have our first premium teaser, which is Pedro Falcao by decision. That is something that I am playing on the We Want Picks official premium plays. So if you guys, wanted to get a little teaser of the action here, I am playing this. If you want to see how big my stake is and see the rest of my premium plays, check out the link in the description of this video. Sign up, We Want Picks /BetSam, code BetSam for 10% off your first sign up, guys. What are you waiting for? It's only $10. You get all the bets and you support your boy. Now, Pedro Falcao decision is going to be the teaser for this week. So if you want to jump on that one, I really do think that he can go out there, take Victor Henry to decision, and get the W. So that's going to be the official betting guide. Thank you all for watching. It's been a blast. Let's make some money. And don't forget to tune in for the watch party because I will be streaming all damn card long. Let's get into it, and I'll see you all at the cash counter.